Hi guys, welcome to Jane Libro Wellness. I wish to thank those 36 subscribers. Thank you for your support. I appreciate. And those who have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and press the notification button. As I mentioned in my last video, that we will be talking about the mental health diseases. Those who have not watched, it's up there. Kindly watch and refer to it for more information. Yes, so today we are talking about depression. And remember, my focus is mostly in mental health or mental health diseases. And remember, you may not know if you have any of the 21 or more, or if you don't have. For you or for me to know, it's good to go for psychological assessment or psychiatric assessment. If not, you can stay tuned or watch all my videos. Then it may give you a rough idea, or it may give you something that you need to know about mental health or mental illness and the diseases. So guys, as I talk about depression, I may not go very deep, because this is the disease that many people have discussed about it. Many years, many months, people have talked about depression. So I will be touching here and there what you need to know or what we need to share with each other. So what is depression? That's the question. So we can say depression is feeling of sadness, or feeling down, feeling emptiness, feeling worries, feeling emptiness, feeling lost, feeling despair, feeling life not worthy, feeling as if life is not worthy to live, feeling as if all is lost. So how do we know whether you have depression? Because most of the time, people have mistaken depression to stress. Actually, people are more comfortable by saying, today I'm stressed up. We don't like saying that today I'm depressed up, because it is as if stress is more acceptable or accepted by the society than depression, because depression is more associated with the mental illness. So you may not say that today I am depressed. Most of the time people say today I'm stressed up, because stress is more accepted. So what are some of the signs or symptoms of depression? So in order to know whether you have depression, I have divided into different categories to know the signs and symptoms, which are physical, behavioral, spiritual, and cognitive. So let us look at the physical. How does somebody feel physically when he or she is experiencing or having depression? Some of the signs and symptoms to watch are having headaches or general body pains, having like digestion problem or stomach issues. You may also experience sleeping problems, or what we call insomnia or disturbed sleep. You may be feeling anger, irritability. You may be experiencing tiredness with no sign or having done any work. You may just feel fatigue and tiredness, and feeling some unexplainable pains that are not associated with any disease. So the next symptoms, we look at the mind, or what we call cognitive. How the mind think, how the mind interpret, how the mind internalize, how the mind store up the informations. So to know that what the depression and your mental status is some of the signs that you can look for is if somebody start becoming very forgetful, you can even forget your pins, phone pins, you can forget your ATM where you have put it, you can forget things, maybe if you're in school, the things that you have run the previous day. You can become forgetful even the people's names. And in general, you become very, very, very forgetful. Another one, you can develop things like having problem in concentration. If you are learning, or maybe you are trying to listen to somebody, you may have poor concentration. So the next symptom, we check on depression and the mind. This is to check on how the mind or the thoughts take in the information, process the information, internalize, and also store in our brain. It affects when somebody is depressed, you have issues like having difficulties in remembering things. You become very forgetful. You can forget your phone pins. You may forget where you have kept things. You may also forget some of the names of your friend. In generally, you become very forgetful. One can also experience difficulty in concentration, like if you are learning, or maybe you are listening to somebody, you may develop poor concentration. You may have also negative thoughts, or a problem in controlling negative thoughts, including suicide, or harming people, or harming the property. In generally, it is having negative thoughts that are affecting your thinking and the way you are responding to your thoughts. So the next one, signs and symptoms to watch. It touches on behaviors. This is on the way you behave yourself, the way you relate with the other people. So in behaviors, when somebody is depressed, some of the signs that can manifest is having reckless behavior. For example, somebody can get engaged in drinking, negative way of responding to people in terms of communication. They can engage in becoming negligent, like maybe taking care of themselves and taking care of others. In regard to people that you are working with, you may have problem at workplace. That is in the way that you work. You may start feeling disinterested with the work. You may feel that you don't want to put more energy in job, in work, as the way you used to do before. You may have delay or postponing the work, or you may become careless in your work. You may become very disorganized in the way that you work. You may also start interfering. Instead of doing other people your work, you start interfering with other people's work. You may also not achieve well in your duties. That also affect your performance, production, and you may also have delay in working, where you also have delay in submitting your work and reports. And more to that, you may also feel very withdrawn. You don't want to stay near people, you just want to be alone. So those are some of the things that you can watch. If you see somebody especially want to stay alone, does not want to be with others, be your brother's keeper, because especially with the issues of suicide today, this is one sign that somebody is starting to feel he or she want to be alone, because he is concentrating or contemplating on something negative to do to herself. So the next sign and symptom to watch is how it affects your spirituality or your connection with the higher power. I'm talking of the higher power because not everybody is a Christian or a Muslim. There are those who have their own beliefs. So when you have depression, sometimes it can affect the way you relate to your higher power. You may feel hopeless and you lose faith in what you believe in. And this you realize that you have started either uh, neglecting some of the duties or your normal activity of either praying, attending the prayers, or reading your Bible, or reading Quran. You may find difficulty or in joining people, those who are talking about spirituality. You may feel as if there is no more higher power who exists, and you may feel like engaging more in criticism of things that pertains to the higher power. So guys, thank you for staying tuned. The next video we are going to talk about the types of depression, and those who have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and press the notification button so that you can be notified of my next videos when I post.